The Potomac Aquifer, a massive, ancient, water-bearing geological formation, lies beneath the entire Hampton Roads region and beyond. It also lies at the heart of a sustainable future for our growing communities. To understand why, we need to take a trip back in time. The early settlers to the region found water free-flowing from their wells in seemingly limitless supplies. Plentiful water supplies spurred the growth of Hampton Roads. Up until the early 1900s, groundwater wells needed valves, not pumps, to regulate the water flow. However, the rapid growth of the region created a new set of environmental challenges, as groundwater levels in the aquifer have dropped over 200 feet in the last 100 years. There is no longer enough natural pressure to push the water from deep in the aquifer to the ground surface above, and water must be pumped from wells. Water flowed up from the ground because the Potomac Aquifer is a confined aquifer. In a confined aquifer, layers of rock and clay not only trap water in the aquifer, but also prevent water from recharging the aquifer from above. It is only at a very narrow location along the fall zone that precipitation is able to recharge the aquifer directly. This location is over 150 feet above sea level, which allows the force of gravity to pressurize the aquifer. And at nearly 90 miles inland, it can take thousands of years for rainwater to move down from the fall zone into the depths from which we are now drawing water. As water levels have dropped, the lack of water pressure in the aquifer causes layers of clay to be squeezed by the weight of soils above, and areas of land begin to sink. This is called land subsidence. In an era of shifting climates and rising seas, this makes us more susceptible to flooding during storms. Another problem occurs in coastal areas. As fresh water is drained from the aquifer, there is a tendency for salt water to move in to replace it, making the fresh water that is left unusable. This is called saltwater intrusion. Without intervention, these issues will threaten our health and prosperity here in Eastern Virginia. HRSD is fighting back with SWIFT, the Sustainable Water Initiative for Tomorrow. The Potomac Aquifer will be recharged using SWIFT water, wastewater treated to meet drinking water standards and matched to the chemistry of the water in the aquifer. SWIFT water will create a pressure barrier that protects us from saltwater intrusion. Evidence also shows that SWIFT water may slow, stop, or even reverse land subsidence caused by overuse of the aquifer. In one case, a tool called an extensometer measured a ground surface rebound after a significant nearby withdrawal was halted. At the heart of SWIFT, we are returning water into the ground, creating an accelerated water cycle, and creating a sustainable future for all of us in Eastern Virginia.